What is up, YouTube, Facebook, PBF, and pretty much everybody else who's watching this? My name is Jay, and yes, it's time for another video review. Whew. Okay, second one of the day for me. As I mentioned in the previous video, I'm pretty much dedicating the whole day just trying to catch up on all the products that I have up on queue, and hopefully, I get to review each and every one of them by today. Okay, so let's move the chains along. What I have on the chopping block for today is a locally manufactured e-juice, which by locally I mean proudly made here in the Philippines, and I'm talking about none other than Overdose. Overdose. Okay, so Overdose has been around for quite some time. Um, it's really made its name towards the southern part of Metro Manila, where I'm from, but slowly it is starting to make the rounds towards the rest of the country as well. So, as for Overdose, it is owned and manufactured by a good friend of mine. His name is Don, and I've known the guy for quite some time, and if there's one thing you could say about him is that he is really keen on his e-juice. I've had him as a customer before when I was selling e-juice on the go, and he probably would have made my top 5 pickiest list. So, in a good way, in a good light though, at least when it came out with his own brand, I knew for a fact that this was something to watch out for. So, let's go ahead and get to it and meet the ladies. What I have for you gentlemen today, ladies and gentlemen that is, we have Stacy. If you could also give it up as well for Miss Tanya. Of course, the star of Overdose, meet Miss Nicole. And to satisfy your Asian fixation, we have Geisha. Okay, so 4 flavors from Overdose. This is not the complete flavor line. You would know that if you're familiar with the brand. But the reason behind that is that Don, of course, was generous enough to send me the complete flavor line. But I went through this whole process of wanting to give a more genuine review. So I went ahead and purchased these bottles with my own personal cash. Yeah, it was that good. But the thing is, of course, me not having an unlimited supply of cash, only decided to go for these ones, basically because I thought subjectively, okay, I thought these were worth the buck. So yeah, let's go ahead and take on these flavors one by one. Starting off with Stacy. Okay, so by the way, while I get everything prepared for this review, I will be using my FMCC all copper mod. Together with my Castle atomizer to give me those clouds and clouds of vapor, but I'm only using the minimal setting, to be honest with you guys. We'll see. Anyway, I also have my Atlas Shalaya drip tip to top everything off as well. Okay, so just make sure everything here is working. By the way, Overdose is a 60-40 VG blend, so it is a prominently VG-based juice. VG, just to give you guys a quick explanation, supposedly mutes out the flavor a little bit, but it's also supposed to help out in the vapor production as well. It's supposed to give you thicker clouds of vapor. So let's see if Don was able to balance this one out and able to maintain the flavor on it as well. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much empty. Okay, so let's go ahead and drip in a couple of drops of Stacy. Now, Stacy is Overdose's offering of mentholated fruit. The fruit base for this one being strawberry. Now, upon first whiff of the bottle, you definitely get the fresh strawberry scent to it. But a little tip here, if you give the bottle a tiny, little gentle press on it, while you're taking a whiff, you actually get a sense that there is a different kind of thing going on towards the end for this one. So let's go ahead and give this one a good vape. I'm running, by the way, on Sony VTC4 batteries. I have a 1.3 ohm coil setup on a stainless steel mesh. And the reason why it's at 1.3 ohms is because it's on stainless steel mesh. And I hate the burnt taste of stainless steel mesh, forgive me, but all right, here we go. First comment, the menthol is perfectly where I want it to be. It's just at the right spot. It does not overwhelm, but rather complements the fruity taste to it. As per the strawberry now, honestly, the thing that I mentioned, the different whiff you get when you press on the bottle, It sort of confuses the whole thing to it, honestly, and you're not quite sure if you're getting fresh strawberries or a more candy-like strawberry to it. And I found that a good way to distinguish the two is by vaping it differently. Now, if I go the whole mouth to lung process to it, as so, yeah, I'm getting the more candy-like tone to it for some reason. Yeah. But then again, if I go the whole long vape route, I'm really getting the prominence of the menthol and the fresh strawberry taste to it. It's a good simulation of literally getting a strawberry off the fridge and taking a good bite out of it. Great simulation, perfect taste to it. As I said, I like the balance to it. I like the fact that the menthol is not overwhelming. And as per the flavor, it being a VG based juice, it still does a good job of giving you a good hint of what it is. And as I said, you can still distinguish the difference of the concentrates. It's that well blended. So good job on this one, Don. As for Stacy, it's a nice fruity menthol flavor. Honestly, I'm not the kind of guy who would really stick to it, but it's something I like to keep around without a doubt. And as for Stacy, it would not quite go well with your coffee, but on rainy days or on hot days even, Stacy would be a very good partner for all of you guys. The strawberry flavor to it is very sophisticated, might I say. And this is a good play on the flavor. Throat hit is also very good. The prominence of the flavor, uh, yeah, it's not in your face. It's quite muted, probably because of the menthol, but you get a good sense of the flavor, most definitely. It's not as muted as other VG-based juices. And as per the vapor, without a doubt, as you can see, if you go to long vapes on it, it definitely lives up to the name of being a VG based EG. So for Stacy, flavor is great. For all you menthol fruity lovers, it's definitely worth the buck. It's not really a go-to juice for me. I usually have this term for it, a U-turn juice. It's not the kind of juice that once I feel it's not in my pocket, I go a whole U-turn and head back home for it. It's not that. It's not at that level for me, but it definitely is an enjoyable vape. And if one word was to describe it, refreshing would be it. So a great, refreshing e-juice, definitely worth the buck. Love to have it in my arsenal. Good job with Stacy, my man. Okay, so moving the chains along, as to not uh, make this video too long, let's go ahead and move on to Tanya. While I'm burning off the remnants of Stacy here, let me just comment on Overdose's packaging. I love the classy black and orange notes to it. It really makes the e-juice look good. The bottle, rather, look good and appealing. It comes in 20 ml bottles as well. It's a little bit of Stacy there. Um, and at the same time, it's priced at 250 bucks each. So for the quality you're getting, definitely top notch. Worth the bang of the buck, most definitely. And there's the burnt stainless steel mesh taste. Okay, so moving along. Nope, not you. Let's move on to Tanya. Now, Tanya, my sweet Tanya, is something oddly familiar yet somehow refreshingly new, if I might say. This is Overdose's play on banana cream pie, and it takes me back to the day, a good 3 years back when I was vaping nothing but banana cream pie. In terms of pastry e-juices, this is definitely on the top of my list. I fell in love with this flavor a while back, and it frustrated me that I couldn't get my hands on a good banana cream pie flavor anymore until Overdose came along. So thank you for that, Don. Thank you for giving me my fill. As per the flavor of Tanya, let's go ahead and go to the scent first, by the way. Upon smelling it, you get the whole crusty, pie-like aroma to it, like it's burning fresh out of the oven. But again, if you give the bottle a good press, the banana essence notes, the prominence of it is really undeniable. Yeah, you really get the nice banana flavor to it. Let me just drip in one more drop for good measure. And let's see how it vapes. Okay, this is Tanya from Overdose. Mm, yeah, I would definitely be biased about this because, as I said, I'm really a banana cream pie junkie. But this really takes the cake, man. Part of the pun, but a great job on interpreting banana cream pie. I don't necessarily love the dessert itself. I'm not really a big fan of bananas, but banana cream pie in e-juice form really is a comfort juice for me, if I might say. So, great job on this one. It really does capture the essence of banana cream pie for me. Without the menthol, throat hit is definitely a bit stronger than Stacy, without a doubt. And with overdose, the throat hit is not really prominent, but it definitely is there. You can't deny that it's there. It does hit you right down the back of your throat, but it being a VG based juice makes it a bit smoother for long vapes as well. More comments in Tanya is that it is extremely balanced. The banana does not overpower, but it's more of just like an after fragrance that leaves this nice little scent down on your nostrils. But as per your mouth, it really is just crusted by the tarty flavor and the pastry flavor of the cream. I won't say it in one word. The cream and the pie to it. Aha, sneaky, sneaky, Don, huh? Anyway, let's go ahead and burn off the brightness of this one. Aspartania, it really is an enjoyable flavor for me. If you love pastry flavors, I suggest you go out and get one. This really takes the cake. Mm. And I hate to see it leave. Ah, but it has left. My goodness. Ooh, that burnt taste, man. Nasty, nasty, nasty. All right, let's move along the chain. So what I have next is Nicole. So Nicole, as I mentioned earlier, is pretty much the star of Overdose. The reason why the bottle cap on this one is white is because this is from the batch that Don sent me for free. I've been trying to get a hold of a bottle of my own, but it's just plain sold out from all the shops that I've been to. I couldn't quite find it anywhere. It's that good, man. And if you guys notice, it's pretty much empty simply because Nicole has really given me a hard lesson on self-control. I've been trying so hard to keep at least a good amount of drops for this particular review just because I couldn't get my hands on a bottle of one. So let's go ahead and drip in a couple of drops of Nicole. The scent you get out of it is that of brown sugar. I'm not sure if that's what the concentrate is really called, but it's brown sugar, man, for me. If you guys from the Philippines are familiar with it, it really smells like muscovado. You know those little brown block-like sugar thingies. Muscovado, it is. I love the scent and the flavor of it. I won't deny that Nicole is a favorite of mine. As for it being a U-turn juice, yes, it is a U-turn juice for me, without a doubt. It's something that I've vaped constantly for the past week before reaching to that point, and I've enjoyed every single puff on it. I love it to death. The tobacco flavor on it, though, is pretty much an undertone. It's not that prominent, but it is a very leafy tobacco taste to it, and it really gets more prominent as the temperatures go up. Without it, though, your mouth is just enveloped with this whole brown sugar sweet goodness, but not overly sweet to a point where you get sick of it really quick. The leafy tobacco taste towards the end somehow really balances it out for me. So let's go ahead and vape on Nicole. Mm, yeah, tastes pretty good in your mouth too. That is just pure, pure serenity right there. It's perfect after meals. It's even more perfect with your coffee. I love it to death. I am in love with Miss Nicole. Great job on this one. It pretty much tastes like Midas's RY4 blend. A lot of other e-juices have it, but I don't think any of them are as balanced as this one. As far as I've tried, that is. The throat hit to it is very prominent as well. I'm not sure if it's the tobacco concentrate that does it, but the throat hit somehow seems more prominent on Nicole than the previous flavors we've discussed. So, yeah, that's Nicole, the star of Overdose. If you're a tobacco fan, especially if you like that little something towards the end, a little different twist to it, this is definitely the juice for you. Nicole really does it for me, and I'm sure that a lot of people enjoy it as well because it is sold out practically everywhere. So let me just enjoy my last few moments with Miss Nicole. Let's move on to Geisha. Cut this down and wrap it up really quick. Mm, goodness, perfection. I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and move along. By the way, the thing with VG juices as well, might I mention, is that they're definite creepers without a doubt. They stay in your lungs, and since VG is oil based, it has more penetrating power. So the nicotine is really starting to get to me if you notice these little patches of sweat. And that's a good sign, though. I love the nicotine rush to this whole reviewing thing, and it honestly makes the review a lot better. Okay, so let's try to cut this one short. Geisha, the last but not the least. Geisha was the dark horse within the bunch of flavors. I really didn't expect much of it, and upon first whiff, it pretty much just smells like your usual cheesecake concentrate. I'm not sure if it's cheesecake really, but how cheesecake is in e-juice form. That's pretty much the scent I'm getting out of it. But again, pressing on the bottle, you get the fragrance of sweet, ripe yellow mangoes from Guimaras, man. It's as sweet as it can be. And honestly, as I mentioned, Geisha was a dark horse. I didn't expect much of it, but honestly, among the flavor line of Overdose, it's my favorite. Probably because it's not something that I usually find off the shelf on different brands, but the mango cheesecake flavor is just captured amazingly. It's not even much of cheesecake really, but you know that cakey flavor to it with mangoes perfectly positioned on top. It tastes just like that. Let's go ahead and give this one a vape. Mm. That mango fragrance towards the end, man, it just really gets me. I really dig this juice. It's a favorite of mine without a doubt. I love it. It's a perfect balance of fruit and pastry, just like Tanya, but this is just more odd in a way. And I love odd flavors because it's out of the ordinary. And Geisha, on the overlist roster, this one really tops the line for me, tops the list rather. And it's a great flavor. I suggest you guys go out and get it. Definitely a recommend. 5 out of 5 in my book, without a doubt. Something different, but something that I think a lot of you guys would probably appreciate. Okay, I'm saying too much. I'm blabbering. The nicotine is really making its way in my bloodstream. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Okay, my name is Jay. This is Overdose. Stay tuned for the rest of the videos if I'm still alive to make them. I'm signing out and hoping you guys a good day. Peace.